addiction to sugar. You know that? Did you know that? If whenever your energy level is low and you reach for some sugar intake, can of Coke, okay, piece of candy, or coffee in particular, when you're running low, then you are creating an addiction for yourself to all those sources of calories. Okay. And on the other hand, I give you an example. I've been eating a lot. I admit, on the airplane, yesterday. Is it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday.
2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago. We were flying from LA to Lisboa. And we were served meals like every 2 hours. Okay. Plus this stop in between, and we also help yourself to some hot chocolate. Delicious Swiss hot chocolate. It's the best I've had, really. When you compare the Swiss hot chocolate to American chocolate in the US, there's no comparison. Anyway, so the whole day I gorged myself with sugar, okay, with calories. So yesterday we got here and we walked around and we ate a really wonderful lunch. Be careful. And then we walked around to the castle, so on to the Castle George.
Yeah, St. George.
Huh?
St. George.
Okay, something else. And so today I realized I had to meditate. I had to go back to my normal diet. So I had to cut back. When you meditate, you want to cut back a little bit. Okay. And so last night I was starting to cut back on my food. So I didn't eat anything, I didn't drink anything. So this morning I woke up and my energy was so low. Okay, it was so low. Grouchy. Look at you. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? And I was worried a little bit. If Miguel thought he was worried, I was even more worried. I said, well, how am I going to talk to these people, these naive people, and convince them that they should do chai, okay? And amazingly, after, what's it? Did we meditate this morning at all? No.
No.
Not at all, right?
After lunch.
Right. I mean, we started with the orientation right away. But all I had to do is cross my legs. And I started talking to you. At first, it's kind of hard. But within like 5-10 minutes, certainly the energy came from somewhere. I was a different person. You know, as I got more lively and lively as I continued. So that's my point, is the meditation charges up your battery naturally. Okay? You don't need sugar intake. You don't need anything. Okay? And so it's a thing you need to keep in mind. That is, when you're tired, train yourself to stop taking calories and sugar and so forth. Cross your legs. And that helps recharge your battery, and is very good for your health. You know, in particular, if you have children, it helps your children. You know why? Because the chi, the energy, is transmitted invisibly among ourselves. Is shared among us. And I like to give you the analogy of having 2 glasses of water, one full, one half empty, one nearly empty, and you connect them. Guess what? The water from the glass that's full transfers over, so that both are level. That's That's a law of nature. It's a balancing act, a sharing of energy. So it means that if after long days of work, you go home and you're tired, okay? And normally people, we need to reach for maybe some beer or a glass of wine, okay? And kick back and put your feet up on the table and turn on the TV and recharge, right? That's normal. But if you go home and you have children and you drain like that, you actually are sucking energy from your child to you, from your nephews to you, from your marvelous wives to you. And that's why if you're a wife, when you see your husband going home like that, here honey, let's have some beer. Okay? That's how you protect yourself. Alright? Or better yet, okay, so, I like to suggest to you that when you go home and you live with someone and you're tired, you should meditate to recharge yourself instead of taking energy from the people around you. Okay? That's makes you a kinder and more compassionate person. Because it happens naturally. When you're with someone who's weaker than you, you actually are transmitting energy over to that person. Similarly, and this is not out of jealousy, if you're with people who are at the same level as you, you get nothing. But if you sit with someone who's stronger than you, then actually your energy, you suck up that person's energy. Naturally, for free. Isn't that cool? So that's why beginner's class, just kidding. It's fun, but there's really no real benefits. Just kidding.
Okay, tomorrow we all go
That's
to
the big
fixing
competition.
I feel a little threatened. Yes, there's so many of you and having fun. I walk by and I still hear. We have a break here. I walk by just to check how many people left. I hear people laughing. And I'm saying, oh my God, you're having too much fun. Okay, so you need to know that. You need to know that, especially when you have children, nephews, and nieces, or someone who's not well. You charge yourself up. You go near them. You actually are assisting them. You're helping them feel better. Okay, feel calm. If you calm, you go near a person who's agitated, who's anxious, actually you help calm them down eventually. You energize them. This is what we do, quietly, helping others without saying anything. Isn't that cool? That's a gift that we do when we recharge. This is why if I could convince you that you need to meditate every day so that you can charge yourself and then give. And then charge yourself up and give. The more often you do that, the more popular you become. And you don't know why. Okay? And for example, I'll give you a proof. As your baby gets older and starts running around and playing, you've seen those, right? And then you ask Siendra here, XR here, she had a boy when he first came to the temple. He runs and runs and runs and runs for half an hour without getting tired. Yes? That's what he used to do. And then after he ran for half an hour, guess what he did?
Mommy.
Mommy! That's mommy. And guess what? Mommy, after 5-10 minutes, mommy face becomes white. And the boy runs away and starts running again. That's what children do to you. That is why they love mommy more than daddy. Okay? So mommies really have to meditate. Okay? And after mommy does that to the children, then daddy better meditates too. Because you know it's going to be something. Okay? So really, meditation is really important skill for you to develop and to practice every day in order to replenish your energy level and give it naturally to people around you. Support. I've seen a lot of couples who the husband, the man is tall and handsome, you know, like Apollo, and his wife is kind of unimpressive. But I know that why they're together is because whenever he needs support from her, whenever he feels a little bit down, she's always there holding his hands. It's so charming. Okay. So that's the natural support that people give it to each other. Okay. And the more you can give, the stronger the relationship, I feel. Okay. So in particular, if you have children, and so forth, behooves upon you to keep improving, because then you actually are helping your child grow stronger and healthier. All right? Any questions? That's all I have. It's the end of the day. Come on. Give me a break. It's supposed to hurt, because the hurt there is actually, it's a healing process. Okay, at your level, when you first start, it's supposed to hurt the ankle, or at the knee, and the small back. And it shows that you actually have, eventually, you all will hurt in the small back. Okay, naturally it hurts in the ankle, in the left ankle in particular, or in the knee, is because that's where the constriction is. That's where the blood has a hard time breaking through. Okay? So the ankles and the knees are normal. But eventually you'll find that the small back starts hurting as well. Okay? All of you. Why? Because we all have back problems. We all have back problems. You just don't know about it. That's all. So when it starts hurting, the back starts hurting, it's a clear sign that you have a back problem and actually it's being healed. And so that's why it's very important for you to, once you discover that you have a back problem, see, I'm getting better, see, convincing people they do a pain now. and so when I'm serious about this, I'm joking, I'm doing a joke, actually it's very serious information. When you discover you meditate and your back hurts, it's a clear proof right there. You should immediately understand that you have a back issue. And when you meditate and it hurts like that, it means that your back is being healed. So what you do, you keep meditating, don't be afraid. Don't stop and say, oh my God, what did I do to myself? Okay, I'll go get acupuncture in your back. Don't be such a wimp. Come on. I used to have my teaching monk who was a disciple of my late master. We would do a Chan Chi like this, and we stop at 9:30. You know what he does?
Acupuncture.
He calls this reflexology guy. You know reflexology? Huh? So this guy comes over from, our temple is in Long Beach and the other guy is in my area, so it's about a half-hour drive. The guy drove at night, so they made an appointment. So as soon as our child day is over, because we have children, so we end the day a little bit earlier, just like for you. And the guy would be right there, and what does he do? He massages his feet. That's how, because it helps you relieve the pain in the legs and throughout the body. Reflexology can do that if you have a good person who knows what to do. Okay, and so I used to frown upon this. Oh, what a whim! What are you doing? This? We are tough warriors. We're supposed to be able to take the pain. Why are we laughing?
Take a rip at the treatment.
If you wouldn't mind. He is wonderful. I tried it once.
Do you know what that words we heard a lot the whole day today, right? Take the pain, endure it.
Yeah.
So it's become like a mantra we do every single session.
The pain there. So what you ought to do is actually reflexology, it helps, but it's even better that you continue to sit and you continue to work on it and don't be discouraged and rush to see a doctor, or if you go see a doctor, they're going to say stop. Okay, you will see acupuncturists, they say I can help you 10 times.
How much?
10 times, and we heal you. Absolutely. If you continue, you don't need to do it 10 times. You can do it about 2 or 3 times. You keep at it, it clears up by itself. Because the pain there is actually the chi attacking where it's being blocked right now in your back. So you continue to sit, the chi builds up, it breaks through. That's all there is to it. The acupuncturist does the same thing. He uses needle to make the chi go strong. That's all he does. Okay. So don't worry. You when you have back problem, and we will all have back problem. It's a natural thing. Okay? And it comes back over and over again. Because as your level increases, your skills improves, it gets deeper, a deeper level of those problems you have. So for example, let's say you increase from 0 to 1, and 1 to 2, and 2 to 4, something like that. Come on, be ambitious. Don't be so insecure about yourself. Be more confident. Okay, so then you suddenly realize, oh, wait a minute, I thought I resolved my, master said I resolved my back issue. How come it's hurting again? So he pulled my legs. No. It only means that, I assure you, it only means that you actually you're addressing a back problem at a deeper level. Just like your muscles. The muscles has many layers in it. Okay. So that you address the outer layer first. As you improve, you go to a deeper level, and so on, and so on. And that kind of healing, doctors cannot do for you. Only you can do for yourself. Isn't that cool? So not only you, today it's like a light day for me, but it's aching all over. It doesn't look like it, but my back is aching. The whole back is aching actually, from small to all the way to the neck. It's sore back here. Of course, I sit a little bit longer than you. Okay, and that's how I heal myself. So actually, for us professionals, we look forward to these chi, the meditation events like this, because that's how we heal ourselves. All right, isn't that cool? So this is really, I'm so impressed with all of you. You're so tough. You hang in there, sort of. You don't be afraid of the pain. Embrace it because it's good for you. Okay? Any question? Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can try some.
Eu queria saber como é que a meditação se funciona com a doença mental, na depressão.
She wants to know how meditation can work with mental illness, for example, depression or other.
Depression, okay? You know anyone who is depressed?
Me.
You do, okay? Meditation is the only way to resolve depression.
I've been depressed.
Hmm?
It was meditation that helped me.
It's the only way to resolve depression. Because if you have depression and you take medication, there's nothing whatsoever. Everyone knows that.
You get
And yet-
worse.
Huh?
You get worse.
You get, actually, it only tempers your mind so that it's cannot get out of its range. Okay, and so that's the plus side. Sometimes you need medication. In some extreme cases, you need medication. Okay, let's say you're suicidal, you have to take medication. Okay. That's the only way to stop it. But so if your mood fluctuates wildly like this, medication like Prozac and so on. Now I'm not working with Prozac. I have nothing with Prozac. I don't know Prozac stocks. They compress your range to a lot lower. Okay. But the problem with that is that these types of medication has toxins, and they are very bad for your body. Actually, it's very bad for you. Okay, and so you see, all the people who are depressed who take medication, they all say, including their therapist, that it really doesn't solve the problem. It only manages the problem temporarily. That's it. Okay. And you're depressed because, why are we depressed? Does anyone know? By the way, I'm bipolar. It's worse than depression. No.
And you don't
See?
take any medication?
I don't know, don't I? Never took medication. I was extreme bipolar, very manic, and I felt bad my entire life until I started to meditate. Okay. In the morning you wake up, 2 or 3 minutes, you feel bad already. Yes? For depressed people. and through Chan meditation, I was able to. I didn't even know I was bipolar, by the way, which is accept the fact that who are we? We are who we are. Nasty, grouchy, and mean, vicious, vindictive. Okay, that's me. And you accept it, accept the fact that's who you are, and you live your life, and so on. But you feel bad all day. You feel bad most days, and the joy you have are very short-lived. It's horrible. And at times, I thought of killing myself. I no longer do, because life is beautiful after we chant meditation. Okay, so with chant meditation, actually, at a lower level, you able to learn to recognize your mind, the depressed nature in your mind. And the way to deal with depression is actually depression, manic depression is actually a lifelong issue. It will be with you the rest of your life. So that's why I said I'm bipolar. I'm still bipolar. The difference between me and you is that, I'm depressed. I'm still depressed. I'm still manic. But the difference between me and a typical depressed or manic or bipolar person is that my depression lasts for this long. I recognize it very quickly and it's gone. You cannot do anything to it. But manic is more difficult. Manic is much more sudden. And this is not a class about dealing with bipolar issues. It's usually a paid class. A lot of secrets about how to deal with this that after that, you only charge me a few $1,000s? Come on, it's got to be worth more than that. Okay, so anyway, as a long answer to your question, can you deal with mental illness? Yes, it can, because all mental illness is, you know what they are? They're very simple. You don't know? You really don't know? Of course. Well, like the therapists don't know. Or like your psychoanalysts don't know. All mental illness is wrong thoughts in your mind. That's all. No more than that. Okay? These thoughts arise in your mind. You say, this is hopeless. Okay? It's no use. Okay? I'm a loser. All the thoughts that arise in your mind, and you react to these thoughts. Right? All of a sudden you sit there and say, I feel so bad. And then you jump on that thought. Remember, that's how we all are. The thought arises, we chase after the thoughts. But in Chan parlance, we react to those thoughts that are arising in our mind. Yes? You meditate, you sit there and you say, you sit there and these thoughts arise. No rhyme or reason, they just arise. Yes? What is that is called in Chan false thoughts. Okay, meaning that these thoughts are false. You do not need to react to them. All you do in meditation, you sit there, and if these thoughts arise, you don't do anything. You don't react to them. That's what you do when you meditate. Okay? So if you do that, then you're acquiring the skills, not, remember what I said this morning, not this afternoon, not listen to yourself, right? Not listen to your thoughts. That's all you have to do. And that's the beginning of learning how to deal with mental illness. Because mental illness is but thoughts. Wrong thoughts arise in your mind, and you seize upon them, and you act on them, and they control you.
But with Chan, there's so much pain, no thoughts can arise anyway.
The thoughts will arise, but you will go back to the pain. That's why it's called concentration. Okay? That's why initially pain is very useful to you. Okay? Because it forces you to go back to the same point called pain. Okay? No matter how many thoughts arise here, which I know there are thoughts, you are all, your heads are just, oh, mama, yeah. Okay. And so no matter what, you sit there and you say, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to try hard. It doesn't matter. You sit there, your mind goes crazy. But what happens after a little while is that it starts hurting here, it starts hurting here. And no matter how many thoughts arise, you always go back here. That is concentration. Okay? And samadhi is that when you practice, when you learn, this is the point where you just drill yourself to not to react, not to do anything, okay? You enter samadhi and you have no thoughts. Your mind blanks out. So after you exit samadhi, you look at the clock, you say, oh my God, it has been 10 minutes. Time passed so quickly. It has been an hour. It has been 2 hours. I didn't realize what you did. Your mind blanked out. That's called samadhi. Okay? During that time, no thoughts. No depression, no thought, no manic thoughts. And that's the only way for you to learn to deal with mental illness. Because meditation doesn't help. Therapy doesn't help. Talking to people doesn't help. Because all they do is they plant more thoughts in their heads. Right? In a good way. Some of them are good because they said one of the basic training you need to do through your therapist is that you need to learn to recognize those thoughts that are harmful to you, that are detrimental to you. That's a very important skill you need to develop. Okay? And that's part of the natural resolution of the mental illness is that I recognize myself, I recognize the thought of depression, it's gone. I recognize the thought of a manic thought, it's gone. If you don't, you fall. Okay? And that's the only way to deal with mental illness. Any mental illness you need to do. And in Buddhism we have more. We have a lot more. But in terms of, for you non-Buddhist people and Chan, meditation practitioner, that's the best solution. Does it help? It's a pretty serious issue, I know. About 3 years ago, as I said, I'm bipolar. And I have a lot of students who are also bipolar, who are also depressed. For some reason, I draw them like magnets. I still don't get why. Maybe they like to come and be miserable with me, talk me into killing myself, with them as well. I don't know. But I draw a lot. I noticed after I realized that I started teaching, I realized that many of my students have the same problems I used to have. And they started asking me questions, how do I deal with depression? How do you deal with bipolar? And I said, oh my God, I was bipolar too. How the heck did I get out of it? And so I started researching, learning about bipolar, depression, and so on. And then I realized how lucky I was to be able to practice Chan and all the way to the point where those things are just noise to me, like a car driving by or a police car with siren flares, it goes by and it's gone. It's a big deal. Okay. Those are thoughts just like that. Okay. And so I started realizing that with Chan skills, meditation skills, and other stuff in Buddhism, we can help these people. I see that my pupil is so depressed that she keeps on running away from life, from the husband, from the family, from the sons, from the mother. It's just some days it's so bad. He said, hop in a car and drive away, just run away. Sounds familiar? Depression. You run away, yes? And because it hurts so much, you need to run away. Oh, I have a husband of my number 2 disciple, meaning the student, the second student accepted as his disciple. She's depressed. Her husband is depressed. Her husband is an ex-policeman, and he loves the car, the bike. Okay, he used to be a jeep and officer. So maybe once a month or maybe twice a month, maybe or every 2 months, he would be so depressed. He wears black pants, black polo, and the face is also black. Okay, very depressed, and it won't be long before he hops on his bike and disappears for a week. That's what he does constantly. So I realized that a lot of my students are depressed, and I know that we have some tools to deal with that. And so I started a tantra session, okay, a mantra session. And so every Saturday night, and help people, actually help people. For example, I know some of my students are very depressed, and and she wouldn't talk to you. She said, like, stay away from me. Okay, just let me be myself. But so somehow she decides to attend these tantra sessions. It's some Saturday night. She tried Chan, didn't like it. Didn't like the pain. What a wink. She attended Buddhist ceremonies, didn't like it. Okay, Chinese, and she didn't understand anything. And so one night she went to our tantra session on Saturday night, which we begin at 8 o'clock and usually end for an hour. That's all we did. So we recited these 2 mantras, okay, and maybe a third. And she recited. And the tantra, you know what a tantra is? No. A tantra, Buddhist tantras, that's what I'm talking about. Non-Buddhist, I don't know. Be careful. The Buddhist tantras tend to be safer because these are the secret words from the Buddhas, and they're designed to help you. Whereas non-Buddhist tantras, there can be dangerous for you. Be careful, okay? And I have nothing again. It's your life. I'm not worried about it. So Buddhist mantras, they actually are commands for the ghosts. Okay. So, for example, the second mantra that I taught in particular is to help people who are depressed, because I saw too many of them, and I saw them fighting each other, husband fighting wives, and arguing, being unhappy, and coming to me and complaining to me, he did that, no, she did that, so I got a little bit tired of that, so I got that, and I got to the tantra, and she came, and I noticed after half an hour, her face, when it first started, was black. After half an hour, the face became light. Okay, the skin became white, and she started emitting light. So the tantra really, really works. Because why? Because it chases the ghosts that plants those undesirable thoughts in your brains, just like the whisper in the ears. Feel bad. Life is hopeless. That's what they do to you. So the tantra chases them, but they come back. That's why medication is ineffective. When they come, you take medication, they control the range of your movement. Right? But after the ghost goes away, the medication doesn't do anything, but it causes more harm to the body. That's why it's nonsense. Taking medication is only for extreme cases, not for normal people. So if you have mental illness, you should meditate, and even Hinayana meditation cannot help you, because you need to reach a much higher level than night before you can really combat these powerful ghosts. Even the ninth level samadhi, meaning my friend, my Thai friend there, if the depression ghosts attack them, they still vulnerable. Okay, so Chan, we are a lot more advanced. We got way up there. That's why we're able to deal with these very quickly. Okay. Now we actually could kill them, but we don't. That's why the better way to deal with this is to meditate and to recite mantra is very helpful towards combating these things. So, for example, my students, when they are depressed, and they know that, so what they do is they recite these mantras. We teach them to push the ghosts away. Okay. So that's one way to deal with it. But don't be arrogant, because there's many layers of them. So you push one away, you know what happens? They go home, they run home, and they call their wife. They say, and they, both of them now come to harass you. And you recite mantra, push them away again. Okay. Then they go home and they call daddy. Okay. Now daddy is older than them, so it's a little bit harder to push them away. And then they call their granddad. Okay. And they call the granddad's relatives and so on. So they don't give up. That's why actually they're very helpful, because they force you to improve.
Gosh, you didn't tell me before. It's so horrible.
They have to improve because they keep on increasing the pressure. They keep on attacking you more violent, worse than before, more than before. So that's why now you're forced to improve.
Oh.
You don't improve, you are a victim. That's all.
Ask you a question, sorry, Master. These ghosts that attack people who are weak.
Don't you believe that kind of ghost thing? So Buddhist. Bruno is walking out there. Too much.
How come they attack some people and they don't attack? Is it because they're low
Good
in
question.
energy?
First of all, since you believe ghosts, I will give you the answer. But some people who don't believe ghosts, it's okay. This is just Buddhist nonsense. We accept. The reason they attack some people and others is because what is called karmic debt. I give you an example. When I was a trainee at my master's temple, my Chinese master's temple, there was a Jewish layman who used to be a monk under my master. All right, and as a monk, he was very lazy. He just took it easy. Okay, and so he ran out of blessings, what we call blessings, and then he started having problems, and he started feeling so depressed and so so paranoid and crazy. It hurt so much inside his brains. Okay, and so he came to my master. My master was still alive back then, and asked him why. The master said, explained to him, said in a prior life, long time ago, that Jewish guy was a knight. Okay, in Europe. Him. And he was a nasty person. He really abused 5 of his women. Back then, they locked you up and all sorts of things they do to you, okay, to the women. And so my master explained that after that, after these 5 women died, okay, they became very vengeful. They all became ghosts. This is a long, long time ago. Contrary, unlike us, our lifespan is kind of short compared to the ghosts. The ghosts can live millions upon millions of years. Imagine yourself practicing Chan for 1 million years. See? You'll be number 1 in the world. Okay? Because you become so skilled. You develop so many powers, so many skills. So these ghosts over the years, these 5 women became ghosts because they're vengeful towards him, they're angry towards him, so they became a ghost. And then over the years, they accrued these powers, and now they found him. And they banded together to harass him day and night. Till the guy's going crazy. Alright? So that's called karmic debt. So he's paying off his debts. So it's the same thing. You depressed because in the past let's say you control other people, enslave other people, and now they come back in the yin world, and now they harass you to get their payback. It's simple as that.
So what was the solution to this man's problem?
Well, he was hoping my master would just, he could simply just kick them away just like that. Okay? Kill them just like that. But we can't do that, because in Buddhism it would be unfair. Okay? Meaning that you favor Ronaldo instead of Messi. They both are praying to God. How can you choose which one's going to win? Or you don't do football?
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you.
I'm back.
You see,
Sorry.
so that's what happens that's why I find funny when I see these professional athletes, and you get down and they both are praying to God. And you got up there, I feel sorry for God. They both gave me a lot of money. What am I going to do? So that's the same thing in Buddhism. We don't favor one side or the other. We let it naturally settle, the natural settlement. So what my master did is he taught this guy. He says, now you know what the problem is. You have to find a way to pay them back. And after they paid up, then they let you go. So what he did is that for years, he was really, really hurting. Like every day he hurt so much, and you see his face always like this contorted, this pain. You've seen people like that, haven't you? The people look so depressed, look so unhappy, so miserable, because they're hurting so much inside, okay? And that's what he looked like, every day, okay? It's amazing. And I knew about his story because when I was a novice, or was a trainee, he would complain to me. He said, I hurt so much every day. And so I had my own room back then, and he would come up to me and complain, and then at 3 in the morning he would come up and talk to me and say, oh my God, Master, I feel so bad. I didn't understand. So I told him to recite this mantra, mantra that we are reciting now, if you're interested. It didn't work. Okay, and it didn't work at all. So I would leave for my morning ceremony at 4. He continued to stay in my room, and then slept in my room for an hour or 2, because that's the only place in the entire temple where he could sleep. He couldn't even sleep. Okay, so apparently later I understood my room was guarded. That's why they couldn't come in. They had to leave him alone. Okay. So anyway, so he would sneak up to my room and sleep when I was away, that kind of thing. That's how I found out later. he started reciting something called the Earth Sword Sutra. This is the sutra that the Buddhist sutra that helps ghosts. So he will recite 3 of these this Earth Sword Sutra 3 times a day, which takes him about 8 or 9 hours every day. And after a while doing that, the ghosts left him alone because they got the payback. Anyway, it's 2 Buddhists. Why did I get into this? We are here for China, okay? We're not selling you Buddhism. No. So anyway, so it's her fault because she started asking. So mental illness, the reason that we are very good at that is because we know the cause of the illness, which is these vengeful ghosts. And we have ways to deal with them. We don't fight them, we don't beat them up, we don't harm them. We resolve the issue. Okay? And the Buddhists have many, many ways to deal with them, very effective ways. And I personally didn't believe in any of those. I just happened lucky, and I stumbled to Chan. I practiced Chan because I enjoy it. It's, it makes me feel good. That's the only thing I knew. And I kept on improving to the point where I can very quick, easily deal with these beings when they attack us. That's it. And later I learned more skills to deal with it. One of which is Tantra. All right. Anything else? Any other questions?
A silly one, sorry, it's a silly question. Why would we put the left foot first rather than the right?
Left foot first and then the right foot.
I mean, when you're doing half lotus, why would you? Is that because heart is on the left?
Something like that. You can explain it any way you like.
Okay, I was just curious.
But I noticed a man here who came, I think in the afternoon, and then with her friend there sitting about the 4th seat over here from 2, 3, 4, the couple right there. He was sitting in half lotus, and they seemed pretty serious. They seemed to understand meditation. Did you go to the beginners class?
They are yoga people.
The yoga people? Oh, they did go over to your side? Oh, they did? And they left already?
They got your book too.
They got my book too? Oh, good. Put it in donation box, okay, don't keep it. Please. We're not here to make money. Not yet. You go for the big ones, not just... So I noticed that they're very confident and they seem to understand meditation, and yet they do it wrong. They sit in half lotus and they have the wrong order. Their right legs are on high, and then the left legs is underneath, and that's wrong. Okay? If you practice meditation, the order of the way you cross your legs is very, very important. Don't let the others tell you about this, because this comes from the best meditation teacher I know. Okay? He has an order. The left goes up first, the right goes up after, if you can do full lotus. Why? Because of yin and yang. Okay, we are yin and yang natures, so that's the proper way to sit in meditation. If you do the other way around, it reverses yin and yang and is.
So that's the woman look like man and stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
It's the same with the hands.
It's nature.
It's the same reason we put the left and then the right.
Yeah, that's called mudra. Mudra is you put the right on the left. It's yin yang problems clearly. Not here like this. It's all right on the. Yeah. Okay. It's a mudra that it's called Vairochana mudra. That's the mudra for the Buddhas. And you do that, it closes the circuit of the chi. As the chi flows, it flows through these fingers here. This is very important, connection point. So when you do that, the chi circulates. If you don't, you like this, Okay, and people who like this,
Mhm.
it works too. Okay, but at our level, at your level, is you better off doing like this because this closes the chi circuit. Okay, same thing. You're supposed to curl your tongue and touch the back of your front teeth. You do that?
Yes.
He said, now he tells me. You curl it up and just a little bit and touch the back of your front teeth. Okay. Why is that? Same concept. It closes your chi circuit. Okay. And it actually, on top of it, it creates a saliva. And you swallow that, it's very good for you. Okay. It has healing problems when you do that. So anyway, you're supposed to remember to curl your tongue up a little bit. And then you're supposed to close your fingers like this, not like this. Okay, just touch them so that there's a connection. When you do that, the chi flows through your thumbs. Okay, and it makes your chi flow stronger. Now, what if the people don't do that? They do like this and so on. Actually, it turns out you don't curl your tongue and touch the back and front teeth. It's okay too. I don't do. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Okay. I remember I did all the wrong things about meditation. That's why now I save you time by telling you what's the right thing to do. I experimented in so many wrong ways because each meditation teacher taught me a different version. It's annoying. I was very annoyed by that, especially those who don't understand meditation and say, oh, I'm expert in meditation. And they teach you all the wrong ways. Okay? So I didn't even curl up my tongue. After you meditate for 8-10 hours, your tongue gets tired saying, okay. And you sit for so long, the back hurts here, and then what do you care about these thumbs? You're more worried about your back than the thumbs. But actually what I found out very interesting is that even though you're not connected like this, or you don't curl up your tongue, actually you begin to see at a certain level, you see your chi, how it runs through your body. Okay? How the chi circulates. When it gets to here, to the tip of the tongue, and I try to get over here, right? To close the circuit, guess what happened?
Tickle.
There's no circuit. So what happened, do you know?
Tickle.
Would you like to know?
Tickle.
Well, they're paying information and they're free information. Because you will not find this in any books, and that's a paying part. It turns out that when it gets to there, when the chi gets to there, it just has nowhere to go. Interestingly, you know what happens? Jumps. Jumps up. See it?
Induction.
It jumps. Like photons. That's how the circuits close. That's when I realized that, I said, aha! I closed my tongue immediately. Okay, same thing, it jumps down here as well. Video games. And that's why I said, that's why you have to cross. Isn't that cool? So a lot of these meditation things actually my master taught me, and I learned the right things from him as a confirm why we better off doing it. Okay. Does it help? Isn't that cool? So you have all these shortcuts, and I'm sharing with you. I feel what I feel is the most effective way, the most effective meditation method, so that you save time. You do it, your chi flows stronger, and you get to your head, you clear your head, and you chase away these ghosts. It turns out these ghosts, by the way, they block your brains. They create camps in your brains. So that's what happened to me. They create camps in my head my entire life. So as I was meditating, my chi gets stronger. I push out the first layer. So the soldiers and all. Now we have lieutenants, and then my skills improve. You see, I keep on pushing out, so pretty soon it's cleared up. You understand? Why is it important? It's important because it means that when they attack me, they suggest these thoughts. It's from outside, not from inside. So it's faster to recognize them. It's easier to just kick them out.
But you have to stay also now always alert and you recognize them. But if you do nothing,
No. Basically, when you reach, that's a good point. Oh, these poor people. Yes, you have to buy membership into Master's channel. And I will promise you that we will help you become more alert. At the cost of only $100 a year. Okay, so less $1 a day. That's what we do, okay? And we have special privileges as well. Free time classes. That's what Deepak Chopra does. He sells you on these things that nonsense. So, do you need to be alert? No, there's no such thing. When you reach a certain level, you stay there, your mind is automatically more alert day and night. You get higher, more alert. Higher and higher. You're so fast. Can you remember I said your mind becomes faster, 2 or 3 times at least faster when you get to the next level? Okay? You're faster and you're more alert. That's why when they attack you, you immediately know, oh, that's not me. Okay? And that's it. There's nothing they can do to you. Because it comes from outside. Whereas the inside of you, the camps here in your brains, okay, then it's much harder for you to spot them. So that's why once your skill improves, their camps are destroyed. Okay? Your chi is pure chi. What does pure chi mean? It's pure. What else is there? Silly question. What is a pure chi? A pure chi is wholesome. It has both yin and yang in it. What the Qigong people call, I believe, is Qigong class tomorrow.
If you want.
Oh, that's a Qigong master right there. And then yoga class as well. Huh? You're so spoiled. So these Qigong people call it universal Qi. Actually, is the pure Qi that has both yin and yang. All right. So when the Qi rises, it circulates throughout your body. Okay, your illness, most of your illness tend to be yin illness, right? Like for example, depression is a yin mental illness. Okay, so they create these yin energy blockages in your brains. And because this is blocking your brains, now the other organs don't function as well. Your kidneys are not working well. Your lungs are not working well anymore. Okay, and so they come together because of this problem, initial problem here. Now you have developed all the physical problems. Okay, and you take medication and so on. It's not enough. It's not enough to get up here. You have to resolve these issues down here first. Makes sense to you? Okay? So that's why you have to address these issues that are related to because of this guy here first before you can get to him. Make sense? It's just like a general. There's no way you can kill a general. You have to kill the soldier first, then the sergeant, then the captain, then the colonel, then maybe the soldier, and maybe the general. Make sense? So there's layers that you need to go through. So you meditate and you clear up this problem, your stomach problem, and your lung problems, your throat problems. Now all these, they are connected to this up here, okay? Generated by this guy, supported by this guy up here. Now you go up here. Now you have a chance. See the chi clears up these things gradually. First of all, your back. That's the first thing you get addressed. Your back issues. My back is sore right now. I could use some reflexology, but anyone else? You don't do that here. For monks in California, I get it for free. So anyway, so the back gets cleared up, and then the stomach issues, and then the lungs, and then the throat issues, and then your head. Okay, it goes up here, and it has these blockages of yin energy that's blocking your head. And so your chi, remember your chi is the wholesome chi, the pure chi goes up here, has both yin and yang. So the yang side of it crushes it. Okay, that's how it happens. Isn't that cool? That's what you do to yourself every time you meditate, or every time you do qigong. Okay? Sounds good?
Yes.
There's so much I can teach you. But, you know, membership, you know, there's so much more to learn. Okay? So that's the end of the lecture. We're over time already. Would you like to do a mantra? Or you can go home. You know, why are you saying, where have you been? Saturday night. You must be seeing someone. Okay, let's do a tantra then. So the two mantras. Since time is short, we're going to introduce you to two mantras, okay? The first mantra is the heart of the Shrangama mantra, which is the most powerful Buddhist mantra, the most powerful mantra in the world. I assure you. That's what my master told me. Okay, and I believe him. He's the wisest, the most truthful man I've ever met. You can trust him. You should not trust me, by the way. That's a fact. You ask my students, they say, master, he is too much. So this mantra here is very, very wonderful because it helps protect you, your family, your community, your country, dependent on your level. Okay, so it's do we have the small wood fish with us, Gita? I need the small wood fish.
Yes.
You do? Very good. Because my Xin, the other nun who's coming tomorrow, she's 2 days late because she had problems. She misses the flight.
Xin?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's coming tomorrow, 8:30. 8:30 tomorrow. Their United Airline, the airline that brutalizes their clients, serves her right. Lands tomorrow at 8:30, so she'll come here and join us, hopefully. All right. So she has all the tools here. That's why we have to bring her. So you recite this mantra here. It's very good because it generates a lot of blessings. I'll give you an example, and this is a small advertising, and part of Miguel and Sarah and Bruno, part of your child practice, you may want to do this mantra as well. It's very, very good. You generate a lot of blessings. So, for example, if you recite it like we do every day, in the future, you have the blessings to be an emperor for 7 lifetimes. That's how I bless you. Emperor for 7 lifetimes. Okay? An emperor. When the wealth of an emperor for 7 lifetimes. Okay, so it creates a lot of blessings. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, this is the tantra number 2. Have you seen? Do you have it? So that one that says, Ajuto an nali bishati bila bashala toli panto panto ni bashala pani panu sinduru yun pan so. Got that? That's the mantra right there. That's number 1. It's tremendous. I mean, you must have a lot of blessings if you really hear of this, because it generates so many blessings for you. It's incredible. And when you become rich in the future, remember the Full Master. Okay. He never even asks you for membership. Okay? So this is a very, very powerful mantra. And then the second mantra is a mantra where if people put a voodoo on you and the ghost possessed, you recite this mantra, they have to run away. We also have mantras that kill them, but we don't teach you those things. Okay? We don't harm beings. That's not what we do. We help you resolve your problems. So anyway, so this is a form of self-defense. And that's why remember the lady who would come and feel the face come brighter and happier at the end of the session. She feels so blissful. She feels so good. And that's why she kept on going to the tantra session only. Nothing else. She doesn't care about anything else. For 1 hour a week, that's what she does. Because she's severely depressed. Okay, so that's the second tantra. So you combine these two. That's a core of Buddhist Mahayana practices. Okay, and you don't have to be Buddhist to recite these. All right. Shall we do it?
Okay.
Would you like to?
Are we walking around to the first mantra, or we just sit?
Well, it's time is short, so we're not going to do 108 times. Maybe do like I don't know how many times would you like to do it? 21 times. 22 times. Hmm?
56.
Does it matter? Okay. We do it 21 times. I'm easy going. You blew it. You could have said 108 times, but you know. Okay. And 108 times is a magic number, but that takes a while. It takes about, you recite fast, it takes about 20-25 minutes.
I think maybe today slowly shorter than tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because people don't know.
Okay? Okay, so let's learn it slowly. Okay.
Are we walking lesson?
No, you don't need to walk. You know, it's too
So-
much. It's too much. You don't,
So Master, you will be right. Can you give this to Master? So, will hit the woodfish too, Master?
yeah. The woodfish is that thing there where we hit it so that it paces you. It's like what's it? Takami, you know, what's that piano thing there? Metronome. Okay? So that's what you do. So you listen to woodfish, it tells you how, you know, one beat is one character. Okay? Master has to do everything. And you learn, so you start first with this bell here, and then when we end, you hear the 3 bells, that's when you stop. Okay? It's very easy. We can skip the number of Vaishak. We want to learn the mantra itself, right? So tomorrow we do the full version if you wish. Okay. Yeah. Have your sheet of paper? Have you located that? Okay. Let me go first slowly for your sake. You won't remember, it doesn't matter. Okay. But this is the sound, and you can make notes on there how to pronounce it you like. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it, but when you recite it together, it's good to try to pronounce the same way. Okay. But actually, if you pronounce it wrong, it's okay too. So don't get paranoid. Okay. It's a mental illness. Okay. So the first one here. Ta chu to an anali pishadi ila bashala tori. You can record it if you wish. So then you can record your phones if you like. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Just in case. I come up with a different version tomorrow. So let's do it again. Okay. Ta chư đô a na li pi sơ ti pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni pa ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ ti pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do di ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do di ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ni ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa ta chư đô a na li pi sơ di pi la ba sơ la do ri ban do ri ba sơ la ba ni ba ru sin du ru yu ban so pa. That's how we do it. Okay. So this mantra here, you recite 108 times a day, once a week. You probably will have the blessings to become an emperor for one lifetime in the future. That's how many blessings you have. Just recite it 108 times a week, once a week. Isn't that cool?
Can you do it?
Yeah, you can do it also. For example, tomorrow, while meditating, if you can start by reciting this mantra yourself until it hurts so much, and then you can recite this mantra. Okay. All right. You can recite it. Don't have 108 times in a row either. You can recite it as often you like, as many breaks you like. All right. But 108 times is a magic number. Okay. And finally, the second mantra is a mantra that if people do voodoos to you, it goes back to them. Okay? You don't have to be Buddhist. We protect everyone. Okay? So, if you have mental illness, you recite this, the ghost will have to run away from you for a while. If your samadhi is stronger than the ghost samadhi, do not be arrogant. You understand? Don't say, I recite this mantra, I can beat anyone. No. It's just like you have a hammer. You can only do as much damage as your arm, as you are strong enough. Make sense to you? All that is just a tool. Okay? That's why it's important to develop samadhi power to become stronger. Then you can attack more, you can evict more. Got it? Okay. So this goes. Chư tô Okay. How does it go? Chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế ni chư tô ni cha mi ni chu cô ni đăng lai ninh chế. Okay, that's it. That's the two mantras. If you would like to go back and listen to your recording, we can try again tomorrow a little bit longer. We're supposed to do it 108 times. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's very good for you. It's
108
fantastic.
times?
108 times each. Okay, so the first one takes about, you go a normal pace, we normally do it in about 15 minutes. At the pace we did is about 25 minutes. And the second one is about less than 10 minutes, 108 times. All right? It's very good.
Also, sorry, excuse us. Would you also be doing these on the third day, final day? Because I can't come to.
On the third day, yeah, we could, I guess. The third day we end pretty early, don't we? Oh no! Okay. I've been promised it's a light schedule. Miguel, we better talk after this. Okay, very good. And by the way, meet Frances, the one you've been talking to. When she meditates, she shakes a little bit. And that's a normal process. I used to do that too for 3 years. And it's because the chi blocks, so it's fantastic. It's the people who actually are doing get that state is a very, very good state, and yet most meditation practitioners become scared and they stop, or the teachers tell them to stop. Whether it's in Korea, whether in Vietnam, so. And so the shaking is very good. We used to be so embarrassed, afraid that people would think we're crazy, a bunch of crazy people. But we are. All right, so it's kind of cool thing. You shake like that because the chi is being unblocked, and amazingly it changes. And in some cases you tap yourself. And those acupressure points, and you unblock these chi blockages. It's fascinating. You go through the entire body. And what is called in Chinese, I don't have a good translation yet in English. It is Wu Ming Chen, meaning the quaking of ignorance. If you do that, the head clears up a little quicker. There you go. Okay? So you see the crazy woman back there, ignore her. Don't be afraid, she's not crazy. All right?
Yes.
Thank you. Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Okay,
See you tomorrow.
thank you.